Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said. How about that? How about that? Yup.
Swing the wing makes God.
How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? How about that? Catch me outside. Catch me outside. Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside.
Hey, what's going on out there, America? It's the Nigga Rockin' Podcast brought to you by the I-70 Connect. I am the KC Stork. I got my homeboy up in Topeka, 30 pieces of AG. What's going on, homeboy?
What's going on, though? This is 30, though. I'm just tired. Let's do this shit already.
Hold on. Let's ride for a minute. How about motherfucking that? That's how I'm feeling right now, dog. Niggas can just catch me outside, dog. Like for real. Niggas can catch me outside. Like, if a nigga show up to my job on some shit like, I saw you post about Donald Trump, I'll be like, nigga, catch me outside, nigga. I come out these big ass doors every day at the University of motherfucking Kansas Hospital. Catch me. What you playing, nigga?
I don't know what the fuck just happened, though.
And they hired a big movie star.
Yo, this is like fucking tripping me out already, though. Like, my bad, though.
Hey, maybe the whole reason why President Tang don't want no motherfucking Hispanics over here, because y'all niggas don't know how to fuck with technology, dog. You know, he seemed to be highly technological, dog. He want niggas. Is that I created a word. Did I say technological? What is that?
Tank, nigga.
Nah, Tang just want motherfuckers that on his level. He want niggas on his motherfucking tweeting level, dog. That's all he want. So what's up, man? What's good? Outside the fact that you got like 3 MacBooks in your house and you don't know how to work none of them motherfuckers. What's good?
Yo, the fucking crazy part of it is, though, like 2 episodes, everything was vibing. Dog. I must have to drink or something. Dog. I was able to get the shit to play on the background. There was no post production needed, though. I would just basically put that shit up on fucking GarageBand and send that shit out to fucking iTunes, dog, so I could distribute it, though. I mean, to Spreaker, so you could distribute it. Now it's like fucking.
What do you?
I think we got on at like it's 12:05 on Sunday, February 5th. Dog.
Yeah.
We got on at 9:30, though.
No, we can get on that. We got on like at 10. 10.
We got on. Okay.
Like you sent.
Sure.
You sent me the fucking like the bat signal like 9:44.
Okay.
And I said, hold on 1 second. So I want to empty my bladder. Blah blah blah. Kiss the old lady. Blah blah blah. Make sure fucking the baby was asleep. And then I got on. So, you know, I give you like 10:55. So I mean, my bad, 9:55. So somewhere between 9:30 and 9:55, we got on here. It's now 12 something.
I said okay, and then you at like 9:53, you said, "Give me a sec."
That's what I said, nigga. It wasn't.
I text you at 9:28, though.
Yeah, you text me at 9:28 because hold on, 9:28. Hold on.
And then again at 9:50.
I seen you somewhere at 9 o'clock talking about you want to get on. You was like, Jamie got ice cream. Don't be putting this. Nigga, I know. I see what you trying to do. Put it on me like I wasn't ready.
I guess, though. Any recap, though? Life recaps? This last 2 episodes? First of all, y'all got a motherfucking like a golden egg, dog. Y'all got 2 episodes in 1 week. Y'all barely gonna get 1 episode.
Let's say golden egg, dog. Why you so disrespectful to the like the 3 people who listen to our show?
Man, fuck them, now. Fuck them. I'm just going. I'm just going by what.
That is at 30 pieces of AG.
I'm going.
If our current
president is allowed to grab pussy, talk shit to Iran, fucking congregate into a bukkake with Putin, I'm able to at least say fuck you to my listeners for at least one show, dog. I'm so fucking frustrated, dog.
Doc, hold on. Hey, did you speak? Because like we always this might be for the next like 4 years, 3.5 years, or 2 years whenever he gets impeached. I hope.
I hope it happens in 2 months.
This might be like the opening theme. Like what did Trump do over the week or the weekend or the month while we were away? So I know you can't hear my audio, so I'm gonna play some of the audio. Did you hear the audio or read the I'm drunk. Read the transcript from the African American, Black American, where the fuck he's calling us now, as he quote unquote little breakfast he had.
You talking about the day one?
What?
You talking about the first day?
No. Like the first, no. Well, for February 1st, you know, I mean, you may not know because you don't like black people. So African American History Month, Black American or Black History Month, whatever the fuck. Normally in the past, presidents have had like a little get together, a little speech, a little hey, we're gonna honor, you know, those who came before, who paved the way to help, you know, blacks get integrated as far as like American society, whatever. So I'm gonna play a little snippet here, and while I'm playing that, you can go ahead and do a little search on your end as far as the transcript. So you ready?
All right, you're gonna make me research though.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this right quick.
Go ahead.
Breakfast, our little get together. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Hi, how are you,
Good,
sir?
nice to see you. And just a few notes. During this month, we honor the tremendous history of the African Americans throughout our country, throughout the world, if you really think about it, right? And their story is one of unimaginable sacrifice, hard work, and faith in America. I've gotten a real glimpse during the campaign. I'd go around with Ben to a lot of different places that I wasn't so familiar with. They're incredible people.
I'm gonna pause first off, right? I don't know if you found it yet. So first off, this motherfucker kicks into it by saying, hey nigga, so you the president, right? You a president who comes into this motherfucker with black people, specifically Black Americans, African Americans, however you want to view us, however you put us as, questioning you as far as like being racist, not caring for the plight of black people. And nigga, on February 1st, 2017, your speech is, here we are together for our little black history, our little breakfast, our little gathering.
Our little get together.
You reading it right? You see the transcript, right? You found it? Nigga, hey dog. Hey nigga, I almost threw my phone out the window on the way to work. Nigga. Nigga, he don't care.
Well, this is Black History Month, so this is our little breakfast, our little get together.
Our little breakfast. Our little get together, dog.
Oh shit! Dog, I can't wait to fucking Hispanic Month, though.
Nigga. Hey.
Band, though.
He might have a sombrero with 2 big ass tortilla earrings, nigga. Hold on, Hey, Frank.
Here,
go ahead, pimp.
The other side of the wall. But this is our little gathering right here.
Hey, Frank, you know what might be even worse? He might not even know that we fucking pay homage to Hispanics during any month or any year, nigga.
For real, man.
I was actually on Twitter with a white dude who was like, there shouldn't be a Black History Month until there's I forgot what he said specifically, but it was like till there's a Hispanic or Mexican History Month and an Asian. And like you had to go like, hey dumbass, there is a motherfucking Hispanic History Month, and there is a like Pacific Asian Island History Month. Also, motherfucker, did you not know this? Nigga crickets.
For real, though.
That's what we dealing with, dog. These are the motherfuckers who voted this nigga into office, dog.
Yeah.
Cause it's Twitter, so when you see a motherfucker screenshot a nigga's Abby, you're hoping that's him. So if that was him, he was over the years of 18, but probably under 25. But still, that young white ignorance, dog. That like. And you like even when I went to college, man, you saw it. Like you're talking about 95, 96, when I was doing my general education, when they were kind of like slowly trying to, well, not slowly, but this exclusion. This nigga, I'm drunk. You gotta forgive me. This thing where they weren't really preaching anything except the white history. You know what I'm saying? Like. When I went to Washburn, my teacher looked at us and said, read these chapters or these chapters. You're like, wait a minute, what about these two chapters? Like, well, if you want to read those on your own, you can. It just so happened that these were the fucking like history that dealt with like contributions from like African Americans in U.S. history, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because at that time, Washburn was a private school, it was not much you could do, really. So, like, whatever. Fuck it. Whatever. Niggas don't matter. But anyway. What's good with you, man? Before I dig off into my journey through social media this week.
What's good with me? No, I don't know. I just went back to work this week. Like in the office, not just work from home, and it was weird, dog. Like everybody was saying congratulations, knowing that I'm leaving, and it's weird. Like, I mean, I know I probably shouldn't have asked for that to like for 3 weeks or 4 weeks to start as my start date or whatever, but it's just weird, dog. Like I know I'm on my way out. Like I'm short timing. You know, I don't have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? But like all those people, excuse me, my bad. No, I'm not gonna apologize for that. I'm tired. But
Stop.
So like like our division chief, you know, he was like, Frank, you know, when I first got there, like Frank, you know, you show promise, this and that. Like, not that I'm gone, not that I took a promotion and shit. It's kind of like. He ain't really trying to talk to me. I mean, he talked to me, but he ain't really trying to. He knows, I guess he knows that I'm not. He doesn't have to invest his time with me though, and I think that that's the shit that kind of like pisses me off. Not about him, but I'm just talking about in general. It's like, you know, we're so invested while we're engaged while you're here in that moment. But the moment that you're no longer quote unquote useful to me or whatever, you know, that's the moment that I start shutting you out. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, like it doesn't have to be like that. I don't work with you no more, but you know, we have a relationship that we should always maintain. You know, apparently he might not feel the same way. So like for me, it's like fuck it though. But like you know, like me, I'm still friends with you.
Yeah.
When I got out of the military, you know, I still have a friendship, and I also can use you as a professional reference too, and vice versa. So it's like, you know, that's why I always say that. I don't know if I heard it. I don't know if I said it here or if you said it, but I think you said it. It's like, you know, your employee doesn't give a fuck, dog. Like, so you need to do what's best for you. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, dog. I think Rod from Black Guy Who Tips, he hit this shit up during the Christmas time and taking your vacation. It's like, yo, take your vacation, man. Use it however you want to fucking use it. Take your FMLA. If your kid is sick, your family is sick, if you need to take your mental health days, do that shit, man. Because at the end of the day, dog, while you're in that position, you're valuable to them. You may be an asset. But don't ever get into that mentality that you're not replaceable, dog. And the moment that you become replaceable, these people don't give three fucks about what you do, dog, because you're no longer benefiting from you. And then that's a shame, dog, because we still work for the same organization, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And,
So it's like, but
my bad. Go ahead, pimp.
nah, I mean, that was probably one of the weirdest things that happened at work is just, I noticed that even though I try to do my best and not shutting down, it seems like everybody else was doing the opposite, shutting down on me, and I'm like, what? Like, so I guess to me, it just I'm like, it just solidified the fact that I made the right choice, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I wanted to, you know, while I'm working, while I'm there, I'm gonna be invested, though. But I know going forward, though, it's like, hey, if opportunity knocks, I'm out, though. Like, I'm done, though. Like, and I'm not gonna even think about. I'm not gonna feel bad about, like, oh man, I should probably give him more time. No, fuck that. I spent 5 years before I moved to an accountant in one position, and then as an accountant, I spent 1.5 years, and in this last job, I spent a year in it, over a year in it, and then I'm moving to a promotion at a GS11, though. And dog, please believe, dog. As soon as I have this shit for another year, you know what I'm saying? If my position doesn't go up to a GS12 or 13 or whatever after that, come 52 weeks, dog, I'm gonna be looking, though.
Well, right, but
at 12 and that progression, though, and fuck that, no.
Well, what I was about to say is that's the one thing that, for good or bad, that the military taught me, and I'm sure pretty much taught you, as far as for redundancy, man. We are always training the next person to take over our position, and the fact remains that people say the military. Well, the military, you know, we go to bad places, do bad things, or whatever the fuck. So people die, people get old, especially in the military. You know what I'm saying? People may not pass height and weight. People may not be able to be deployed. So you're always training that next soldier, that next younger person, to do your job. I mean, that's basically, I mean, when you become a squad leader, that's basically your job, is to train the next person to take over your position. And I see, like, in the job I'm in now, you see a lot of, like this, like I told you, where you learn how to sterile technique, scrub in, handle and manipulate a lot of the catheters and help the physicians find positions and help them know when they're in the right place with catheters. But there's the next level as far as like, which is EP med, which is like the as far as like pacing and reading rhythms, that they treat as this holy grail, right? But what ends up happening is 3:30, because like I told you, for the most part, I work from 7 in the morning to 3:30. So at 3:30, niggas go home, and there's only so many people who know how to who know how to work the hardware and the software that makes the magic happen. But they're not training people because they treat it as this golden calf. And it's like, coming from a military standpoint, it's like, you motherfuckers really don't believe in redundancy because you have made this thing the end all be all as far as like that next promotion, that next level. So yeah, man, I get I hear what you're saying. Like, it's like the thing of people having to move on, but I look at it from like, since I've been in the military, from the standpoint of redundancy isn't a bad thing, because if I call in sick, if I go down, if my gout flares up, whatever the fuck it may be, you want people to be able to fall in and fill in. Not saying that you're less valuable, but we still have a mission to accomplish.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I did my best to not shut down, but I just couldn't help it, man. And it's like, you know what I mean? And the thing about it is, unlike the military, like we are invested in, you know, whether we don't like that person coming in, it's irregardless. You know, when you are in the leadership position, that's what we're taught to do, is you train all these other soldiers to be just like you, or like leader, not personally, but like as a leader, you try to shape their leadership. You don't tell them how to be a leader, but you show them that the ways to be a leader. And hopefully that they become not necessarily you, but better than you. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's the goal. And in this case, like in the civilian side, there's really not like a mentoring. There's not a development. There's not a employee development. I guess there is in certain areas, but not in every area.
But why do you think that is?
I don't really know. I mean, I guess okay. I'm not gonna lie, because as a contract specialist, that's how you started. That's how I started. Like, you do have to take to become a warrant officer, or excuse me, a contract officer, so you could have a warrant and you could enter the government into legal contracts or whatever. You do have to take certain courses, and each course that you take, it's like a developmental course. You know what I mean? So that it's part of your it's part of your personal development, but also your professional development as well. But at the same time, like there's no one guiding you to it. Though. They assign mentors, but really those are just people that you can bounce ideas off of and shit like that and get suggestions. But it's not like how it's in the military that like you bring a soldier along, like you know what I mean. I'm not saying that everything should be like the military, though. I mean, the military has its plus and minuses, though. But you know, like this new position that I have that I'm going to, like I feel really good about it because, well, not only is it a promotion or whatever financially, an actual promotion, it takes me from being the clerk level to getting me into like a mid-level position, which is not quite the supervisor, but I'm not gonna be. I'm an administrator basically. And in that case, like then I'm gonna have to start taking control over my career path. You know, instead of like waiting on somebody else to give me an opportunity and this and that.
Right.
And be able to develop that position too, and help it grow from what it is now. And I'm gonna have that freedom, but I don't know. I just found it weird that. Like, cause even like my girl right now, she's looking for a nurse practitioner job. She didn't get the one at Providence or whatever. The lady called back and said that
Can
HR.
you?
She applied to those already. She's looking at Olathe Medical. I think Olathe Medical, St. Luke's. She's looking at KU Med, or KU Hospital. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Well, since KU has become a health system, so
you got static now, bro.
They're static.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What did we do last time to fight the static?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what we did? Hold on.
Just plug it in and plug it out.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
Is it still static?
No.
Okay. Oh, we troubleshooting. But anyway, no. But anyway, yeah. Like I would love to see her. Like especially 'cause I know like KU, especially like because Americans we take like horrible care of ourselves. So like there's a lot of like cardiac, heart care, all that shit like that. They're really investing a lot of that. So I don't know how she is up on her skills as far as that. But I know there's a really big need because we're building that entire new North Wing we're building over there, my nigga. Like it's gonna be a lot of like heart shit over there. They trying to become like a heart transplant center. Nigga, it's yeah, but people don't want to hear about that. But yeah, but definitely, I would love to see Jamie there because that means my nigga close to me. So it's win-win as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is just let them know that somebody, an MP, and hit me up after the show. I mean, just kind of put the word out that MP if you ever need one. I mean, she'll be interested. At this point, she just got her license and everything, so she could be kind of picky, right now. But I know that going forward, as the time passes, and this goes kind of trying to connect to how I was feeling is. So right now she's a practicing RN, right?
Right.
But she's also has license to be a nurse practitioner. So for her, it's like a frustration. Not about finding a new job. It's just that she's not using that certification, that additional one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though she's a functioning RN,
right,
and as a nurse practitioner, she sees different things, and she'll have a a different perspective or whatever, she can't tap into that mindset, because she's in the RN role. She's not in the MP role. And I think that's what is frustrating. And like I said, like no one, like with her, she went to school and they taught her the basics. But and then in her clinicals, whatever. But right now, there's not a transition that takes her there's not, and you would think that there would be like a leadership or development into that point, because or just like a career development into, okay, we understand that you're RN right now, but you also have you're a licensed NP, so we're not gonna use we're gonna use you as an MP, even though you're not. What I'm trying to say is that like the hospital should use that to their advantage. They have an NP certified provider.
Right. So basically, we're gonna use your license, but not pay you as such.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They should do that, because that in the meantime she gets the experience. You know what I'm saying? And she could build her resume, because that's one thing that's happening is like all these facilities, all they're seeing is a new graduate, recent graduate. They don't even care how long you've been practicing before or as RN or whatever.
Well, right. But I mean, but that does happen. That happens across the board, though. I mean,
yeah. And what
it
comes down to it is just having, that's hospitals trying to kind of protect their prestige. You know what I'm saying? Right. They want seasoned people. They don't want newbies, quote unquote.
Right. Well, I mean, but that goes to the same thing as like we've both seen it from the mindset of like military, where if you're E5, E6, people expect you to have a certain amount of leadership, amount of knowledge, even though depending on when you became an E5, E6, you may never have been deployed, you may never have been put in, especially on the reserve side of things, you may never have been put in a position where you had to be a leader. So, I mean, I do understand that. And I think if you look back at it too, as far as like your time in the military, you've seen it and understand it too, where it's like, okay, here you are, you're E5. I expect you to know this, even though you've never been in that position before.
Right.
Here you are, E6. I expect you to be, and for like people out there who are civilians, E5, E6, you're talking about like mid-level managers. So even though you never like had control over like a department before, I expect you to be able to control a department. Pretty much. Yeah. Would you agree with that, my man?
That's an assessment, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I get that, and like a lot of times, like even at work, man, I find myself like coming back to like my military. It's even though I'm trying to get away from it, I got a year and a half, and I don't want to think about it. I find myself thinking about it, man. Like people are like, why isn't this change happening? Why isn't that change happening? Why I can't? And like Melinda, she's our I guess would be our department supervisor. So like to me, I try to tell people it's like here I am when I was like at the little time I was the acting the detachment sergeant or the det sergeant. Here I am at E6 trying to tell colonels how they should run my unit. You know what I'm saying? And people, and like I had to equate it to people. So here I am, Melinda, who was my boss. She would be the E6 trying to tell Bob Page, who would be the colonel. So he's basically the executive financial officer over all these departments. How it should happen. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like, that's cool, but how the money flowing? That's how Bob Page gonna see it. How the money flowing? You know what I'm saying? That's how. So when I tell people, when I go to my colonel when I was at E6 and say, well, this soldier, that soldier, blah blah blah, and they go, so are you or are you not 75% above board to get deployed? And I had to go, yes, I am, sir. And they have to go, okay. So what I need you to do is get them other soldiers on board. Even though they haven't passed the PT test in 8 motherfucking years. And I'm exaggerating.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Okay. There's a few. So even though right now you at 79%, I need you to get them 4 or 5 other soldiers. That way you at 82%. they're not hearing that. And I had people I work with. I'm like, Bob Page, Bob Page, of course, Bob Page cares about patient safety. He cares about make sure that we not burning holes in motherfucking hearts, dying. Make sure that we not, a nigga coming there for a simple pacemaker and we send him to some fucking erratic arrhythmia. But at the end of the day, Bob Page is all about, are we in the green? Are we in the green? And you say, yes, we are in the green. So what do I care if this motherfucker, if Roger Winston, if Anthony Jenkins, if who's the other motherfucker, Josh Wood? What do I care if these people have not specifically been trained on a certain piece of equipment? If you tell them they're in the green, and when you make those,
you talking about financially?
Yeah. And I'm
the red.
Huh?
Yeah, financially speaking, you want to be in the red.
Well, green, red. You know what I'm saying? Green, red, whatever.
Green flag.
My bad. When I said I was talking about military, we're in the green. That means ammo good, water good, blah blah blah. It's my bad. That's a whole other podcast. You know what I was saying. So you want to be in the red? I get it. So respect to Jamie, your wife. I think a lot of times, like, people just, like, these people who are higher up just want to see the bigger picture of being in the red. And they forget the fact that, you have people who are fresh out, who have a certain tool set or skill set, who want to not only do they want to use it, but they want to build upon it and be even better, and it gets lost. And and it's just not where she's at. It's just not it's just not KU. You see it all over. It's a numbers game end of the day. And I'm sorry to tell you that our 4 listeners out there, one being a doctor who already knows that, Dr. DeSams, shout out. But y'all already know that it's a numbers game. I hate to tell y'all that.
Oh no, yeah. It is. And that's, a lot of people want. There's a push for like efficiency and this and that, but a lot of that shit is being sacrificed, man, just because is numbers driven. Even in the government, things are numbers driven. People get bonuses based on not efficiency but numbers.
Your kid's education is numbers driven. What do we want to say? It's not the fact does Logan or Grant, for this matter, or any of my kids know how to read or write. How many of the kids in his class know how to read or write?
Yeah. That's
what it's all based upon.
Yeah, and just not whether they can actually read or write.
Comprehend what they're reading or writing. Yeah. Which you're correct, my man, which is much more important. You can copy down a whole paragraph, but can you comprehend and understand what you just wrote down?
Right. Exactly.
Hold on. Before you say anything though, there's a message from our sponsor that we haven't heard in a long time. Hold on.
I'm a young Jamaican trainer. I'm a right-hand partner today. I want to tell you something. A speech right now. Either you work hard for it, or you don't work hard for it. Well, me and my brother, we work hard for our stuff. It don't come easy. In life, you have to work. Either you want to be the shark of the ocean,
be the shark of the ocean,
or the fish of the ocean. And right now, we want to be the shark.
I just farted twice, though.
Hey, shout out to that kid. I hope he's not a Muslim, because Donald Trump probably just sent him somewhere. I don't know. Hey, but
real quick before we move on, dog, let me go ahead and correct myself, dog. If I did a tank, dog. So operating in the red, so green is operating in the black. Operating in the black means you're making money.
Yeah.
Operating in the red is you're losing. You're still operating, but you're losing money.
Right.
You're not bringing in money. So black is good, red is bad.
I don't know. We've been so programmed that when you said the black, I realized, like, wait a minute. But that's the one time that being in the black was good. So, yeah.
Black is good. Black is good.
So, wait a minute. So, what is... You know what? No, you know what?
That's the name
Black
of
is black is good. Hey. So I know I hit you up the other day, and it does relate as far as like Trump, man. But your boy top of 6, man.
Okay, though, hold on. Let's to the 3 listeners. Let's without actually giving proper names. Top of 6 is the individual. We both know who this is, but just so that like listeners out there can have some point of reference, even into their own daily life. So top of 6 would be the equivalence of the person that, regardless in your life or that you came across, regardless of whatever you've done, said, experienced, whatever, they've done it they've done it, if not better, the best.
The best.
So basically, like the best example I could always say is I always bring up is you could tell a motherfucker or a miss motherfucker or whatever that you went to the fucking moon, right? And bring back some sand from the moon, put it in a little vial, and put it and turn it into a necklace and tell people that that's the proof that this is moons, like sand from the moon, that you've been there and brought something back, right? But here comes this motherfucker, topper 6. We call it topper 6. Topper 6. 6 is like the insignia of the captain, of the leader of the group.
No, 6 is as far as like 6 is like the
officer leader in charge, dog.
I thought 6 was the non-commissioned officer in charge.
No, that's 7.
Nah, I thought it was 6.
7, because all sergeant majors are 7, and the first sergeant are 7. 6s are your commanding officer.
Okay, I'm gonna have to research it, but I roll with you for now.
And this motherfucker's in the military. I'm not. Anyway, so basically, top of 6 is like your commanding officer, like the nigga, though. You know what I mean? The head nigga in charge that comes in and says and tells you, "You've been to the moon, bro. I signed back, right? But guess who built that spaceship?" That's top of 6, though. Regardless of what you did, experienced, they've done it, and it's because of them that you were able to do it.
Motherfucker, top of 6 basically said, you say, I was dunking when I was 14. Top of 6 says, I was dunking on Jordan when I was 14.
Yeah. or running a 4.3 40. 4.2 40 in high school.
Hey, dog. But
you get a scholarship or you get
when he went as far as to say, not just him, but they had 2 other motherfuckers from his high school that was running 4.3 40. No, sub 4.3 40s, dog. I almost punched him in the face, dog. He said that shit. Anyway, so you know me, right? You know,
that's top of 6. Actually, that's gonna be our next segment, though. Top of 6.
Hey, dog. So you know me, right? Like I don't like you. Well, you're not on Facebook, but you know me. I don't hop in niggas when niggas say unless you say some shit like this, like really off the chain, like fuck niggas, fuck Mexicans, fuck women, some homophobic shit, some like real off the top, something against like transgender people. I'm not gonna fuck with you. You gotta be some real extreme shit. You know what I'm saying? So. With that said, nigga, this is what I wrote. I said, so it's all fake news now, huh? When it was reported that the GOAT Obama was a Borg Muslim from the planet Niggatron, we had to investigate. So basically, I'm saying, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp to the microphone. So when all that shit was said, like anything Barack Obama did, we had to investigate. And motherfucker, and there's still people out there who still believe he's like this Kenyan Muslim. Blah, 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 blah. Right. And the particular dude who quoted this, who was top of 6, who came to my wall when I made this little post, still ain't never came out and said that I believe Barack Obama. The GOAT Barack Obama is an American citizen, right? So Topper 6 says, and I quote, so question, if I said stuff like you post when Obama was president, I'm sure I would get a council statement or worse. Now, I'm not defending Trump on anything, but how is it okay for soldiers to do it now? First, and let's get it right. This is a dude. You know who he is because we using his whatever. This is a dude that then came to drill, said countless crazy shit. Who then said, I know for a fact he said shit against Barack Obama when he's president. I know for a fact that he said shit against the Secretary of State at that point in time, alluding to the fact that she was a cunt. And then you can debate whether or not the Secretary of State falls within your motherfucking like chain of command. But the Secretary of State does sit on the Security Council, which advises the president on certain means and measures. And if the Secretary of State, be it male or female, showed up to your base, you would call them Madam Secretary or Sir Secretary. So they are allowed a certain level of respect. So you don't agree, pimp?
Sure.
So when you come at me with this shit, and like I said, man, this ain't the first time. It's been like 2 or 3 times before Trump, Tang, President Tang got sworn in. This motherfucker came on my wall and asked about some shit too, right? And I ain't really let him have it. And I was like, okay. But you know me, taking note. I'm keeping a tally, nigga. Like this the first time you said something. Second time you said something. This the third time you said something. Swing, and a miss. So he like blah 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 whatever. I said, nigga, you can tell the commander, you can tell the motherfucking sergeant major. I don't give a fuck. What's your real beef? What I said? Because I ain't saying nothing about the president on this particular post. He's like, well, there's other things you said, and I didn't see other soldiers say this and this and that. And I'm like, I know for a fact that you have said shit, my man. So here's what you can do. You can either unfollow me or unfriend me or shut the fuck up. Because I ain't going to stop talking my shit. Here, you dick ride with a motherfucker who ride with racists off top. So what I'm going to say about you, you a motherfucker that be off top talking about some old, and you be the first person, if Frank Mejia show up to drill, you be the first motherfucker to suck his dick, shake his hand. But you also the first motherfucker talking about build some wall. Illegal immigrants shouldn't come to America. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where my passion lies, my nigga.
Yeah.
And when I say my nigga, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about him. I'm like, you be the first motherfucker to say, not my friend, but my brother Frank Mejia, if you didn't know him, shouldn't come to these American states. Right? But you'll be the first motherfucker to shake his hand when he come to drill because you a coward.
Yeah.
I mean, if you gonna talk that shit, so if Frank tell you his story and say, if Frank say, I was illegal, blah, 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 my mama was illegal, talk your shit, be a man and say, fuck you, you shouldn't even be able to wear the uniform. I may hate you, but I respect you. But you such a coward. And I know he'll never listen to the show, even though I told him, hey, bro, you can find me. I talk the same shit on Facebook, Twitter, and my podcast. That's what I said on my little Facebook post. Come find me, nigga. Mm-hmm. And if you want to come on the show, come on the show. Once you find me and Frank, if you want to come on the show, dog. Our little 4 listeners will enjoy hearing you babble and cry.
Yeah. That's top 6, though.
But it's for real though. It's like you don't even understand how your own hatred, how your own ignorance affects those around you. You for so many years you sat in a room with a man who was the child of an illegal immigrant. But you'll be the first motherfucker to say build a wall. But you'll be the first motherfucker to say based off your religion you can't come to America. And I'm not supposed to be. I'm just supposed to be like, we can be friends.
Right.
You're supposed to be all good. A man who for no reason at all allowed me into his house with his wife to sleep and said, you are my brother, nigga, eat my bread, eat my motherfucking drink, my drink. and you would say that he can't come to this country, I'm supposed to be like, I'm cool with you?
Mm.
And when niggas don't, and it's like people don't understand. Like when I get mad, when I'm firing off with them, when I'm being ignorant, when I'm fucking hip, you know me. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole at heart though. But I love. If I love you, I love you. But I still would test you. But it's like you don't want to, like you don't even understand why I'm so mad at you right now, nigga. It's because the man that I call my brother, one of my brothers. You saying he can't come here. So it's like, nigga, yeah, nigga, like, yeah, he can catch the L.
Yeah, I guess my question is gonna be like, what who gave him a counseling statement for saying this thing about the president?
Nobody gave him a counseling statement.
So then why bring that shit up though?
Cause the thing is, he want to be able, but like I told him, I said, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. I never see you show up on my wall for anything else except for when I mentioned Donald Trump or President Tang.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying though. But I'm talking about like how he brought up the thing that he
well, basically saying
he's been rolled up or whatever.
Basically he's saying is, if I support ignorant shit, will I get a counseling statement? And I'm like, dude, you didn't been the drill. You the same, like, and he went on some shit about, because Kimball, he got on there, he got on them too, and like Kimball was like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but Kimball was like, hold on, man, I know for a fact you have said shit about Obama when he's commander in chief, and then it turned to this whole thing. Well, shut up, Kimball. You need to go back to your safe space. All that other fake shit, man. Then I'm like, well, what did I say? I mean, hold on, I'm trying to find it up. And he's like, no, only thing I ever said was, I respect the rank, not the man. And I said, that's the bitch ass way to say that's not my president. And I said, for a matter of fact, to my people, to my family, to my friends, I have said that President Tang ain't my president, but I ain't never said that shit on social media. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, go find that shit. Where I'm saying, let's find that shit out. But I would tell you, I said, but what you just said is a bitch ass way to say that you never thought President Obama was your president. And I said even more than that. As I went to your wall to see your post, when motherfuckers talk shit about President Obama, I never heard you say, hey, I'm a soldier. I can't have you saying that about my motherfucking commander in chief. And he got well. Like, man, you know what? This is my wall. It's a public forum as far as I'm concerned. I don't counsel people. I don't do this and shit. I said, if you really want to get technical, you came to my wall as my soldier, and not once did you motherfucking say Staff Sergeant Winston. So if you really want to get technical, nigga, let's start there. You want me to respect this motherfucker who want to send my friends and family who are Muslims, Mexicans, brown people, blah blah blah, to wherever they supposed to go. But you came to my motherfucking wall, and not once did you respect my rank as a soldier who reports to me.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's all backtracking. Now, but I thought you said we was all friends. Nah, nigga, you said it was all about the rank. That's how you came this motherfucker off top.
Right. I mean, like I said, right off rip, dog. Like, you know, that's some. Like I said, I would have said something, but I'm not on Facebook, so I don't really give three fucks. And then two, it's top or six, so it's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna.
But that's the thing that hurts my feelings, though. It's like Twitter. I like Twitter because Twitter to me is much more impersonal. Cause like 9 times out of 10, I don't. I mean, now I have grown to know the people, but I have never met or seen the people I've on Twitter, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's a good 9 times out of 10, all the people who, friend, that's a loosely term on Facebook, I have met or saw, broke bread, ate, drank, been at these motherfuckers' house, these people at some point in time on Facebook, right? So that's why it's much more personal to me, dog, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it's like, nigga, I know you. I know you. I know your heart. I've been there when you talk shit about your wife. I've been there when you pulled your rank off in the drill hall and said, since don't nobody respect me, I'm going to walk around with no rank on. But you talking about safe space and feelings and shit, like, nigga, you want to be this hardcore motherfucker, nigga, but you can't even take the fact that you a fat motherfucker that can't pass a PT test.
Yeah.
And you want to blame on everybody else?
That's what we do though.
But my nigga though, it's like nigga, you it's like I had to ask him, you really want to do this, dog? You really want to do this on a public forum? You really want to go tit for tat? I mean, fuck everything else, man. And then like the dude, this dude named Josh that I work with, he got in there, and I had to check myself, man. You know what I said, man? You know what? The post was political. Now it's getting personal. I'm not gonna have that on my feed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna if Top of Six had came to me personally, then me and him could have it out. But I'm not gonna have another dude who I'm cool with, who used to be cool with Top of Six, and they fell out. Y'all not about to air out y'all personal shit on my face feed, on my wall. If y'all want to hit each other up on text message, y'all had each other's number. Do it there. Don't do it here. I had to check myself, man. Cause I said, you know what? It's Facebook. It's not personal. End of the day, I got to go to drill and deal with this motherfucker. I know he gonna be I already know what's gonna happen next week. He gonna go to drill. He gonna be overly emotional. He gonna be saying, "I'm sorry," blah blah blah. And it's like, whatever, man. But I know how you feel.
Hey, Captain, just saying, you gonna be there?
Nah, matter of fact, he ain't gonna be there. He got, he getting ready for that mission. I can't say whatever, but he getting ready for a mission. He won't be there. But yeah, man, it's like, dog, do you not realize that Facebook's forever? Do you not realize I know you? Do you not realize these other motherfuckers know you? And you come here talking this shit, like, you come talking with your chest out. You real puffed up like you a Billy Badass. But as soon as a motherfucker check you, you gonna be like, why everybody being mean to me? I mean, you know him. You seen him. Dog. Like, as soon as you check that motherfucker, it's like, why everybody being mean to me? Like, dog, man, nigga, why are you wasting my time?
Yeah.
I mean, I know, it's like whenever he come, it's like it never matters. Like, it's been 3 times. It's the 3rd time. When it's something to do with President Tang, it's always hey, I don't agree with President Trump, blah blah blah, this and that. I'm like, well, first of all, why do you have to add that? No one who's ever had, if you go through all my feeds, everything that has anything to do with questioning how I feel about this motherfucker, no one has to add that caveat. Well, I don't agree with this, but I'm gonna say some shit that agrees with him. And it's always that. And like you said, nigga, when have I ever, nigga, when you was walking around the drill hall with your motherfucking rank off, being disrespectful, shitting on the army, shitting on your chain of command in front of soldiers, did I counsel you then? No, motherfucker, I pulled you to my office and talked. I said, fuck the rank, let's talk as men. I understand you upset. I understand you this, and that. I understand that you can't get promoted because of this, and that. But look here, motherfucker, as a man, I'm talking to you right now. You cannot come to my drill hall. You will not be around my fucking soldiers with this attitude. Don't come back if you can't get right. That's what I said to him, dog. Find another fucking unit to go to if you don't like this unit. That is your right.
Yeah.
And if he ever listens, he knows the truth.
Yeah.
Morris was in that room would tell you that's the truth. That's what I said. Matter of fact, the only reason why I was in that room because I started to cuss him out in front of everybody for having his rank off and being a bitch and just like, and Sergeant Morris said, hey, let's go to your office because let's not do this in front of the junior enlisted. I said, you know what? You're right. I'm being unprofessional. And when I got to the office, man, I dug into his ass like, look, man, you make a choice to come here every month. You ain't got to come, dog. If financially it doesn't behoove you, if socially it doesn't behoove you, as a man it doesn't behoove you to come, don't come. The military will send you motherfucking U letters. You sign them, and they will get your ass the fuck up out.
Yeah.
So my bad. You know, like I told you, man. I was so mad, dog. I was like, why am I having this discussion with you right now? And you don't even understand how much I'm pulling back. And like the whole time, like, and then when I showed Maury, when I wrote, she. If ever there was a softer side of me, she is definitely my softer side. She's like, come on,
It's not her being soft though. It's the fatigue, though. It's fatigue. We got it with Trump. We got it with Trump.
No, I don't think it's.
No, and it's one of those things. We don't want to shut down. We don't want to shut down. But the result of not shutting down and being tired of it is fatigue, dog. And what fatigue does is like we're like, you know what? I'm just let it be.
Well, no. I don't think it's fatigue. I think for me, and that's probably a big reason why I love Maury. It's like a whole thing of.
And she knows who he is. She knows him.
Well, she knows who he is, but she's also a person like she knows me. She knows I can be very mean, and you know that too. I know you can be too, and she knows that. And she's always she's like always like, hey, he's still in the unit, and you at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I have to engage him as a leader and as a soldier. So she's always trying to hit me up on that, and I do get that.
We got static.
Huh?
Got static.
You good? You're still there?
Static.
Fuck. Yeah. Hold on. Is it gone?
Yeah.
It's gone. Okay, so yeah, hold on. Let me see this. Right? Is it good? Yeah, we good. Hello. Okay, make sure that it was picking up. So how
many minutes we in though?
57 as far as the recording.
Damn, nigga. All right, go ahead though.
So no, she's not fatigued. I mean, she hit you up. Your woman just wants you to be a better person. Now, that I want you to be good. I want you to be a better person. I want, I know you're an asshole. The world knows you're an asshole because you're fucking about to be 40 years old. So everybody who fucks with you knows you're an asshole. And I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like, and I hate it because he's a smart dude. If you sit down and talk to him about the things that he enjoys and he's good, that he's a smart dude. But like you said, it's that. I mean, there are a lot of borderline bigots / racists who are smart people. So whatever.
Hitler was a genius too.
Who?
Hitler.
I'm not going to equate Type of 6 to Hitler, but I get your point.
I mean, no, I'm saying he was a genius. He was borderline genius, though. The motherfucker could speak to a crowd of millions.
I don't know if that makes you a genius. It just makes you good at public speaking.
Hey, if you could speak to millions of people, masses, and fucking convince them of that shit, you borderline genius to me, dog. You don't have to be good with math. You don't have to be good with fucking science and shit like that. You could just, you borderline genius, dog. You somehow figured it out, dog.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
I'm still not going to agree, but I say okay.
I have a hard time convincing Jamie to do something, nigga.
Well, she's your wife, and she knows at the end of the day that
then if I tell my son, I try to teach him something, nigga looking at me side eyeing and shit.
Well, your son, it's different, dog. It's different. The daddy factor don't kick in until about 13 or 14. Now, let me tell you, as the father of going on 6 kids, actually 5 kids, let me tell you something. The daddy factor don't kick in until way past fucking 10 or 11. When my son got to college, he was like, that nigga actually knew what he was talking about. Like, wait a minute. All that time he was talking, and I thought he was just mumbling. That nigga actually was making sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I mean, hey, like I said, look, man, you know, you put me on game about not necessarily just Topper 6, but just like, you know, there's, and again, it goes back to what we were saying before, man, and we're gonna keep doing it. This is what the Trump effect. This is the effect that Trump has had, and people have said this before. Is it's not about what he's doing or what he's saying, though. It's like it's empowering people to say and they shit and feel somewhat protected about it. Like, and what they're saying is incendiary, racist, bigotry shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it though. Like, even now there's like a supremacist movement and shit like that. But like, yo,
hold on. Not supremacist. Alt-right, sir. It's the alt-right movement.
Whatever. That shit too.
Same shit, nigga.
Yeah. But anyway, so like, I understand that they got the right to say whatever the fuck they gotta say, but also that other person has the right not to listen to and has the right to retort, dog. But the thing about it is that like these shit, like these racist shit, like, you know what I mean? Like those are the effects that people are having, dog. Like, you know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was or bring up is the fact that here recently I read articles, and I'll put this in the show notes. So I'll find the article. CNN just, you know, they had a special on coal country folks, the people that voted for Trump in coal country.
Yeah.
And they primarily focused with northeast Kentuckians, and in that region. Like I mentioned before, coal has moved west, to Montana, Wyoming. You could fucking check it. You could fucking go to CSX.com. That's the train company that fucking hauls that coal. That's the industry over there, dog. Coal is not dead. It's just dead in those areas in the Northeast. It's not industry. It's not coming back there, dog. Anyway, so like apparently CNN had focus on the I forget what the name of it is. It basically is like a lung disease for breathing coal from breathing the coal dust for so long.
Black lung.
So basically those people have been covered on as disabled, been able to claim disability because of that under a provision that was inserted by the Obama administration in the Affordable Care Act to cover them and give them disability benefits. Well, when they voted for Trump, even though Trump was telling them that he was going to repeal Obama, aka ACA, Affordable Care Act, it didn't fucking sink in, dog. While the rest of the fucking world was telling them like, "Yo, do you now realize what you're doing? You're cutting your own hand, dog. You're slicing your own wrist when you're doing this."
Right.
You know what I mean? And in Spanish, we have a saying, and my mom says it too, el golpe avisa. Basically, is like that punch is going to fucking let you know, dog. It's going to be your warning, dog. Well, when that shit happens, dog.
Well, basically, it's like cutting off, like a lot of folks say, cutting off your nose, spite your face.
Yeah, dog. And the thing about it, like, even I say in Spanish, though, like, some people don't believe that shit, dog. It's like, until that shit fucking affects you, you're not gonna give three fucks. And now, when everybody was screaming and yelling at these people, like, "Yo, do you understand what happens if the Affordable Care Act gets repealed?" They didn't want to listen because they didn't think they were gonna be affected. Now, all of a sudden, these people that voted for Trump in the rural area, the suburban whites, the blue collar whites, all of a sudden, like, now they understand that if they repeal the Affordable Care Act, it's gonna take that provision and the benefits are gonna be done, and the beneficiaries are gonna have to look for some other means of aid.
Right.
And a lot of those black lung folks, they're dead. So a lot of the benefits have gone to the widow. And so some of these widows are already like outside of working age. So what are you gonna do then? And he's already gonna tap into Medicaid, and Medicare. He's already gonna tell him. He's already trying to undo that shit. And then what? But now all of a sudden they're afraid. They don't want him to repeal that. There's already a lot of pushback on Republicans, even though they were the ones that were pushing for the repeal.
Right.
But all of a sudden now these governors and the Tennessee governor and I think the Kentucky governor was one of the ones that was like, no, he was against that. He was against that repeal shit. He was like, no, I gotta get my people's some type of coverage, though. So like now all these Republicans out there, they're like, hold up, let's not do this shit like that. Let's not repeal it so fast. Because now their constituents are gonna be fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people that he has to respond to, he or she has to respond to. And it's one of those things, dog. It's like you could come out and say all this shit too, man. But until something affects you, you ain't really gonna give three fucks. Topper Sick is gonna say some stupid shit, some ignorant ass shit, and just like how you said, he might, if I show up to drill, I'm gonna be bearded out. He's gonna shake my hand. He's like, "Yo, this and that." But if I tell him my story, I don't even know if I tell him my story, my full story. I don't even know if that's gonna change his mind.
Right, because I think it doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
You might tell him your story, but the thing but he don't really. But he don't really fuck with you like that, so it doesn't really affect him. You know what I'm saying?
But so what's gonna end up happening is like his kid, whatever, if he ends up, marrying or falling in love with an immigrant or a black lady or a black girl, whatever, black boy, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna start caring about shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's sad, but
right. But it goes to that whole thing as far as like. But it also goes to some other shit happened today too, just like the media and what's fed. Like I was talking to you earlier in the pod, well not earlier, when we were just trying to set up the media, what's fed to us, Fox News, MSNBC, blah blah blah, BBC, NPR, things that are all being fed to us to make us feel like we're better than, opposite than, and just causes us this fucking border between us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all here in America, and for the most part, if you're middle class, maybe slightly lower than middle class, unless you're like dirt poor, we're all here in America living the same dirt poor. I should say the other extreme is extremely rich. We're all living the same reality for the most part. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
So the only thing that's separating us is what we're consuming as far as like media. And that's how I feel. I mean, to me, that's how I feel. Because we can't all we're all in our homes, whether it be 3-4 bedroom house, 3-4 bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. We're all having these luxuries of life, whether it be internet, cell phone, a decent car, going to work, eating 3 square meals a day, not going hungry. To me, that's pretty much having the same existence. And the only thing that is separating us is what we're digesting as far as the media. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I agree, though. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, though. It's like, I don't know. I mean,
and don't get me wrong. Like I think for me, like I was very lucky to have the experience of a lot of people won't know. So I went to Ruskin High School, which was like Kansas City, Missouri. I think at that point in time, it may have been like 60-70% black or minority, and then like 30-40% other, however you look at it. White. I'm sorry. And white's not in America, we all know white's not other. So there we go. So I went from that to going, when I went there was a young man got hit in the back of the head with a hammer. At that time, wrestling was becoming very, very violent. And so my pops was like, my mom and pops was like, we know you'll survive there, but we're not gonna have your sisters go to school there in high school. So we moved out to Kansas, went to Blue Valley North. Blue Valley North's very, at that point in time, very prestigious. I think it had won like, I don't know, I know like 93, 94. Well, actually, I went to the 92, 93 here won like the presidential Blue Ribbon Award as far as like education. It's a very prestigious school as far as like public education. I went from Ruskin, as I said before, which was 70 to 60% minority black, which was at that point in time predominantly black with some Hispanic elements sprinkled in. It had like a 30-60 white minority at the school, to me graduating as the only black male in my senior class at Blue Valley North. So I had the ability to see both extremes, which then allowed me to, as I went through my education, to say, you know what? What's the difference? What's really separating us? What causes my brother, who I love dearly, Damon Gillians, who went to Ruskin, to say those people across state line don't understand, and then Peter Muther, who was my fullback, and my brother at Blue Valley North, who I love dearly, to say, why can't those people over across the state line do better at Ruskin? You know, so it gave me some, you know, kind of could see both sides of it and see how we get blinded by it and see how, and a lot of times it was the media. You know what I'm saying? I would come to Blue Valley North and say, well, it's this, and that. This is going on here. Teachers are this and that. Our school books are this and that. Money, blah, blah, blah. And then I can come back to Ruskin, talk to my people and say, the media is pushing this agenda as far as like, this is how they see you. They don't see that you have AP classes, that you're learning this, you're learning that. So they don't see the good things that's going on down here outside a lot of the crime. And I think, like, I can't know, but I think, like, in America, man, I mean, that's, like, the biggest thing is, like, the media and how it's really driving a wedge between us. What are you doing? What are you looking up?
Oh, I just turned Topper 6 into a segment. And then the description is your encounter with a one-upper. They done it bigger and better. And
right.
For this show, for this week's winner is Topper 6, the originator. The one that we both
like one day when we get more than 30 listeners, we'll have to have like segments of people who can write in. I do agree. But yeah, man, like I really truly agree, man. Like I know people like it's anecdotal. It's like, no, man, I lived that shit. I went from being just another nigga in the classroom to being literally the only nigga in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen, like, it's like the biggest thing is the media, bruh, and how it drives us to see just anybody who's not in our neighborhood as an other. You know what I'm saying? And that fear, man. Like I see, like, people I live with here in my apartment complex. When I'm walking down my steps, bruh, and I see these white women, even though I lived here for almost a year, I see these white women look at me like I'm about to kick their dogs and fucking rape them on the stairs. But I'm like, bitch, you seen me here for over a year. I get up during the week. I leave my apartment like about the same time every day, which is usually about between 6:10, 6:20 every day. And for the most part, I come home between 3:30 and 5 o'clock, somewhere in there, unless my kids have a basketball game or my son who's like plays ball way down the road. My bad. I mean, cough to the mic. At junior college, so that means I ain't come home till 10 o'clock at night. But you still know me. You still see my car. Why are you looking at me like I'm about to rape you, bitch?
Because you black. And you 6'3", 6'4".
I'm just like you. I want to go home. I want to come home. I want to kiss my lady. I want to kiss my babies. I want to have. I mean, nigga, it's like.
It don't matter.
I mean,
You're lesser than
Like
that.
literally, nigga. I had a one like it was like last year. So I say last year. I say last year like it was so long ago, but in the last year, I forget it was like had around September, October. So I get out of my car, I put something on my hood, and this woman will come out of nowhere. Excuse me, did you put that on my car? And it's like, huh? Well, when I was at it, like you put your bags on my car, and it's like, nah, I put it on my car so I can grab my keys and grab my motherfucking book bag and lock my car. Oh, okay. From when I'm looking at it, like you put, I'm like, bitch, what country you from where niggas just get out of their car and put their bags on the hood of your car? I don't know, man. I know this might be a boring podcast. I'm just frustrated, dog. I'm just frustrated that it's like it's like everything, nigga. It's the media, it's Trump or Tang and the way he uses the media, and people just buying into this shit, man. And then like it don't even get me started on these motherfuckers who now all of a sudden they want Barack Obama, the GOAT, to come back and say something. It's like y'all didn't want him to say shit when he was in the motherfucking White House. Now all of a sudden y'all want him to come back and battle motherfucking President Tang. You know what I'm saying? So the same motherfuckers when President Obama went out and gave the go ahead to get Bin Laden, and then they came back and said, "Well, that's the military. The military gets Bin Laden. President Obama don't have nothing to do with that." But came back to say that it is on the civilian people who give the go ahead as far as Benghazi. Are now the same motherfuckers who are quiet when President Tang got a Navy SEAL killed. What's the rules of the game, dog? I don't know the rules anymore.
He wasn't even like at the like normally like there's like they're at a secure place watching the mission. This guy was like in Palm Beach or some shit like that over the weekend or whatever the
Nigga,
fuck.
I don't know the rules of the game anymore. Now you got people on there, President Tang getting on an aircraft to go make the most heartfelt speech ever. And it's like this nigga wasn't ready. He wasn't informed, and he got a motherfucker killed.
Yeah. Well, not just the SEAL. He got civilians.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
Understand this. The caveat: there's gonna be civilian casualties. Sometimes you're not
always.
Sometimes you're gonna be able to. You try to minimize it, but sometimes you have to outweigh the risk and stuff like that. And sometimes, like we mentioned it before, people gotta be taken out. And however which way it gets done.
Right. I agree. I agree. But I'm saying is, let the shoe be under the foot, and let that be President Obama, nigga.
I'll tell you what though, man. Look, I'm gonna get personal out. So my first tour, we're out there chilling in Saudi City, Iraq, where the whole shit was popping off in the job. But we're out there in Saudi City. We took a lot of casualties, dog. And then finally we secured the town, went in, built relationships with shit. My commander, dog, we're out there in the gas station. This nigga gets popped off, dog, got sniped. And we couldn't see where the fuck this shit came from. But somebody called it out. Somebody said there's only one place it could have came from. And that was the building that was diagonally across from us. And let me tell you something, dog, that whole building got lit up. No questions asked. It was bah. It was part of my pun, dog, but that shit was lit, nigga.
I get that. We talked about that.
And this was an apartment complex building type of shit. However which way it was done, dog, we had to get that person, dog.
I mean, no, I get that. I get that.
We went back. You know what I'm saying? Because we realized that there was, some casualties that was taken, because
Right.
of one person, dog. But
Right. I get.
and one of them was an like I think a 3-year-old or 2-year-old or whatever got in the cross line, and that's. I mean, to this day, I'm like, I mean, I think about it, but I'm like, yo, that's to get the person that we had to get. We had to go through that person. Unfortunately, you was in the way, dog. I mean, that's we try to minimize the risk, but sometimes you can't afford it. And like with this shit was like fucking set up for failure. This Yemen raid or whatever, this shit was set up to fail. And I can't believe. I mean, I know Trump is gonna take the brunt of this shit or whatever, but I can't believe. And I said this shit on Twitter to you, dog. You have, as a soldier, as a member, U.S. member, you have the right to refuse an unlawful order, dog. And no one can fucking describe or define a unlawful order but you, dog. It basically comes down to what you gonna be able to fucking sleep with, dog, at nighttime, dog. Can you defend your actions, dog, when faced in a committee, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because they're gonna tell you, that's the first thing they're gonna tell you. They're gonna say, well, you were following order. I was following order, sir. Like, okay, are you able to comprehend what 1 + 1 is? Okay, that lets me know that you're a person that can fucking that can comprehend and know what the fuck. You're not a robot. You have emotions. So you mean to tell me that you carried on with the order, even though, you know what I'm saying? There was this after effect for it. And they're always gonna say that shit, dog. And I know it's easier said than done, believe you me, dog. But this whole shit with Trump, dog, I can't believe all these commanders, the group, especially SEALs, dog. And I don't know if you've been around SEALs.
Hold on. Before we get into that, dog,
SEAL niggas, dog, them niggas are gonna be the first niggas to be like,
nah. We already.
That shit.
I disagree. We all know them elite groups, nigga. They tend to be a whole bunch of white boys who down to go out and bang on anybody.
Yeah, they bang, but at the same time though, but they like it's like us, dog. We know we're gonna get into some iffy shit. We're gonna question it, though. But
right, that's what I'm saying. They
know themselves the risk that they're gonna fucking take, though.
Right, I'm saying
they know that if 9 out of 10 times the risk is high.
Right. But hold on. Before we get to that though, I'm saying, would you not agree that, especially at those top tier levels, as far as our special forces, SEALs, Green Berets, blah blah blah, Rangers, it tends to be a certain group of people who have an ideology as far as how America should be shaped. Would you not agree?
No, I'm not gonna say that right now.
You're not saying no.
I'm not saying yes neither. So don't.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm saying though, would you agree that the majority of them are white males? Are white males? You can't. You can't fight that. You can't fight that.
Yeah, like the majority. That's easy, dog. The majority of the fucking service members are white. So
but I'm saying though that there's a greater percentage of the special forces who are white males that are not, as far as like ratios. So the ratio as far as like the what do you call the regular fighting forces, support fighting forces, infantry fighting forces do not correlate to those special units. The numbers support that it does not correlate.
Right. I don't have to be a mathematician to know that.
That's what that's what I meant to say. So it was a bad question. My bad.
Because when you put the word ideology, you bring a lot of other factors into it, and I can't speak for everybody that's at the top of the food chain.
All I'm saying is there's on
the special forces, like not on like the elite units, and not just special forces. Period. But I'm hoping, and I say this as a former member. Not of an elite group. Hell no. I'm too fat for that shit. I'm too short for that shit. But like General Shinseki, and all the generals that wear the tabs, even though they're white or whatever the fuck, or Asians or whatever the fuck, they know there's a certain creed, though, And there's a certain mentality that you have to even get into that shit. But at the same time, dog, you have to, I guess, these aren't young people that are doing, like, these aren't like 17, 18-year-olds that are doing this shit. For the most part, these elite units are going to be, top tier elite units are going to be 25 and plus.
I was just about to say 25 plus.
So they got hairs on their sacks, dog. And so, but what I'm trying to say is that you can't just automatically assume that they already have an agenda. I do agree with you that there is a form of selection that is no secret, that even if you pass SF school, you may not even fucking get in. You may not even get selected. Even if you pass Ranger school, you might wear the tab, but you may never go into a Ranger unit. You know what I'm saying? That's because you're right. They recruit a certain type, whether it's white or whatever, but there's a mentality that they're also recruiting. Though. There's a psychology that goes into it. They're not going after that rich white motherfucker. Though.
No.
They going after that.
I would hold on.
Parish.
I would say it was a trick question to see what you think, because I do agree with you as far as the fact that you do have to have, and nobody wants to hear this though. You do have to have a certain antisocial mentality to be in those groups, because I'm a firm believer, especially being a mental health specialist, that it goes against the grain of humanity to take the life of another human being. That's why we have jails for people. We have rehabilitation for people who are okay with taking the lives of human beings indiscriminately. But as long as you join an elite force or you join the military and you take another human life, you are decorated and awarded. So, but I think that does, if you read the literature, I mean, it does something to the majority of people who have ever knowingly or willingly had to take a life. It fucks them up, man. It fucks them up from life. I mean, any of our 4 listeners out there, there's a book out there that's called On Killing. It was written. What's the colonel's name? I forget. But he was a special operations colonel. All the what we do now as far as the serious training, he was deep into that as far as like setting that school up. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't want to be typing on my keyboard. You hear the click clack. But it's a book called On Killing. It's a good read, and it just talks about, it breaks down how soldiers, we're not even talking about special forces unit, how we're trained to basically kill and be okay with it. Because I mean, in my mind, I think it's like niggas get into fights, and once all the adrenaline leaves your system and all that goes away, you feel bad about it. You're like, damn, I really punched another human being in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's a motherfucker that you like, I thought he deserved it. I don't like him. But you feel bad that I punched another human being in the face. So imagine that taken to the level of I took that man's life. I think it goes against what we are as far as like human beings, taking another person's life. So It does, like you're saying, like even if you pass the rigorous training, even if you're able to jump all the landmines and swing from the trees and do all the push-ups and sit-ups and all this shit that goes into being a top-tier operator with these special groups, they still, the psychology behind it that goes into that, because you have to be able to pull that fucking trigger. And that takes a certain, I mean, I hate to say it, it takes a certain type of fucked up individual to be able to do that. And not only do that, but come back home and be okay with it and operate as a member of our society.
Yeah. No, and that's why I said, like, I mean, that's why when you brought ideology into it, I'm like, hey, look, I'm not gonna.
No, you know what? Once you kind of push back, I was like, that's an unfair question. Because I mean, but I think it's you're right. It was an unfair question, but the ideology behind just pulling that trigger, that's what I should have said. There's people in that, and as far as like brown, white, whatever. Because don't get me wrong, when they were doing fucking special ops in Bosnia, there's a lot of motherfuckers that look like white folks who live next door to you who are in Bosnia, Kosovo, all those areas there that probably got killed. So don't get it twisted. And there are a lot of like white looking European like looking motherfuckers as far as in these Middle Eastern countries also. You've seen them. I've seen them. If they're not walking around with the robes on and the motherfucking hijabs on, you wouldn't know it. But end of the day, what I meant to say was, it just takes a certain mindset to pull that trigger and be okay with it.
Oh no, I think that's why I was hesitant on the replying on that is because I know that's especially you being a mental health specialist and me working with the VA hospital and shit like that, like, and me going through my own little things. I know that, and even I got that book. It's called On Killing. The psychological cost of learning to kill in war society. I'm including that into the show notes or whatever too. So, in case people want to read it or whatever. But
I mean, it's a crazy book. It's a crazy book. I mean, it's like I said, like people think
that's a mistake that I've even made too. It's like I've always thought that it's always like a certain type, like a look. Like there's always like a certain look that they were looking for. You know, the white male, the athletic, whatever, this and that. But it really isn't. I mean, yeah, that's probably like the majority because of the pool that they have to, you know.
But I think, and then that goes back to what you were saying, like the majority. I mean, the majority of America is white. Yeah. The majority. So if the majority of America is white, the majority of the pool, as far as like armed forces, are going to be white. Yeah. Like you said, so of course the majority of those specialized units are going to be white males. I mean, that's a given. But even more than that, though, the psychology behind it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I was like, I guess that's where my answer was kind of deriving from, and you know what I mean. It's just knowing people, you know what I'm saying, that were in those type of units.
Yeah.
Like, and knowing how they are now, it's like it. I mean, you're not fucked up for a reason, though. You cannot be fucked up if you're. Wait, hold on. How do I want to say this? I can't fuck you up if you're already fucked up.
Right, and it's a thing of
if you already know how to handle fucked up,
right?
Then I can't fuck you up. You know, I can't fuck you up even more. If I can't play mind games with you if you know how to.
I hear what you're saying. There's a lot of people who have never went in like actually killed or pulled the trigger, but the psychology of being okay with doing that. I mean, there's a lot that goes behind that because I mean, we know of stories of people who have been in those units who, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they break down and they're not okay with that. So it's not like you said, it's psychology. It's not a fucking exact science, you know. Like, of course, they want people who overall are going to be okay with. Of course, I went, like we see the movie Jason Bourne. I went and killed some guy and on a boat and whatever. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay.
So, whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, where we going now?
Moving on. So the Super Bowl is later. So the Super Bowl is later on today because it's already Sunday. So it's
the wings are in the motherfucking refrigerator in that motherfucking marinade, nigga.
Oh yeah, but yeah, whatever. I probably watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Who you got? Or did we figure this out last week?
You never gave nothing.
I did. Go back and listen. I said
Julio Jones needs to go on ahead and get his.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to go back and listen to the podcast on.
Oh, I've heard it 3 times. Trust me.
Yeah, I said the Patriots, but I think it's gonna be a close game. Even though I want Atlanta to win, I think the Patriots will win. Even though it's gonna be a close game.
Yo, if the Patriots win this, if Tom Brady wins it, they just might as well fucking, you know. Yo, that's gonna be the biggest middle finger to the fucking Goodell, though.
But I don't get that. How is
You
that?
understand
How is
that?
that? Because he cheated?
No. Fuck, man, come on, dog. I'm talking about because Goodell, pursued him, try to punish him, quote unquote, try to penalize him.
He did what he's supposed to do.
Set him down for the first 4 games,
Okay.
which was like bullshit fucking games, whatever. And so now Tom Brady's gonna be like, nigga, fuck you, fuck your bitch. Here I am with my what is like my 5th Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah, it should be.
Nigga, go ahead and name that motherfucking Hall of Fame wing the Tom Brady wing, though.
I guess, dog.
I don't give 3 fucks about him, really. But like how you said in the last episode, dog, winning fixes all, dog, cures all, dog. And when you're the winningest quarterback and you got ships to back it up, dog, what the fuck do I gotta tell you? Well, you was the last pick, nigga.
I mean, but that's personal.
I'll be like, give me high five, dog. Give me 5. Oh, you ain't got none. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
dog.
but that should have been that should have been.
I'll be like, oh, hey,
but that should have been correct. He won his first Super Bowl ring. And the thing is that even though I don't fucking Roger, fuck him. I don't agree with half the shit he's done. That the bottom line is he did what he was supposed to do. He did his job.
Sure.
I mean, so what?
I just feel like feel like people are gonna be like the biggest middle finger,
right? Especially you coming from a team.
Like,
go ahead.
You know, but yeah, I'm rooting for Julio Jones. Dog. He needs one, and then my boy, the running back from Florida State, he's gonna get one. That's always good,
Who, D'Angelo? What was his name? Was it D'Angelo?
No, dog.
D'Angelo he was a Pittsburgh. My bad.
Yeah, no, fucking.
Nigga, you should know the name. It's your team, nigga.
Team.
You best believe if a nigga from Missouri was in the Super Bowl, I would know.
Running back on the Falcons. Hold up, I don't know his name. Cause see, we believe in the school. I support the colors, though. I don't support the motherfucking, whatever the fuck that.
Hey, you see Michael Vick retired officially?
Boy, was he on the Steelers rosters though?
I don't know, dog, but motherfuckers was still out there talking about that dog shit. So nigga, I was like, man, I was giving them niggas the big eat your dick.
Who's still talking about that shit, dog?
There's people out there, man, like this nigga, if you go to Twitter and search Michael Vick retirement, you'll see it, nigga. It's just like, come on, man.
Devontae Freeman though.
There you go. Yeah. So like this nigga went to jail, did his time. And of course, nigga, I'm not for the motherfucking mutilation, abuse of dogs. So cool. The nigga went to jail, did his time, man. But it's like the NFL, like, come on, you got Big Ben. You nigga out here motherfucking sexually harassing bitches. You got allegedly, whatever. You got motherfucking what's the nigga? Green Bay nigga. Before Aaron Rodgers,
Brett
Favre sending dick pics and motherfuckers. You got niggas running niggas over in cars. You got Ray Rice hitting his wife, nigga. You got Josh Brown beating up his wife, nigga. But a man who went to jail, did his time, came out rehabilitated, and you still shitting on him when he retired, man? It's like, nigga, can a nigga live?
Yeah.
And it's rhetorical because it's no. A nigga can never live.
All right, so that's Super Bowl talk. You got basically we both want the Falcons to win it.
I want the Falcons to win, dog. But Bill Belichick, dog. I have seen, nigga, when they played the Rams and they supposed to be the motherfucking greatest show on turf, nigga. Let me tell you something. Atlanta ain't got no motherfucking Marshall Faulk back there in that backfield, dog. Freeman good. He good.
Yeah,
he good. But he ain't motherfucking Marshall Faulk, nigga.
That's true.
Freeman ain't going, as of right now, Freeman ain't going to the Hall of Fame.
But what they're saying is, What they're saying is that the Falcons got a pretty good defense, so
I wouldn't say pretty good. I would say that they are much better than what the Rams had at that point in time. I will say that.
they're solid. They could put up points and they could defend. So, like I said, it might be a good tight game. I want.
But like I said, win or lose, I just want a motherfucker to tee off on Edelman. As long as he get his motherfucking brain, his back crack, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Tom Brady can be up there holding that trophy. I'll be fine.
I'm all right. I ain't got no horse in this game, Ray. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else is there, nigga? We at 140. We about to wind it down. Oh, I know. The last podcast. I ended on like my mom had a minor stroke. I ended on that shit, but she doing good. Up and walking with the assistance of a little walker, man. My auntie sent me a video. She down there in Texas. That's where my aunt's at too. Getting good hair, get some good health care down there. I don't want to say the hospital's name out of respect. But yeah, man, what's up?
I'll not that to you offline now.
What I say?
You started to say she down there getting good head.
I was yawning, nigga. But nah, real talk, man. I talked to her. Somebody had a minor stroke. Like I said, she on the phone. She talked to me. I talked to her. She's up walking. For the most part, use of both sides of her body. No slurred speech, so that's all good. And then I won't be in the podcast now. But in less happy news, there was when I was in Raleigh, we had a little noon ball. We played noon ball Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It was in a little tight group. It was like we had a couple guys that played college ball. A couple guys we had two or three dudes that was like, we had one guy for sure who was playing minor league baseball but played basketball in college. There's another dude named James. He was playing ball overseas. He would come up there. That's how good the runs were as far as competitive. There's a dude, like I said, James. He was playing balls overseas in I think Turkey where he was playing at. But no, there was a dude named Dwight Lawson. I'll just say it this way: he had his own demons, and he was doing some things. But good dude. Never, as far as like injuring anyone but himself. And he passed away on Tuesday. And it's kind of heartfelt, man, because like he was like one of them dudes I like fuck with. And a lot of those guys, there was Facebook as far as like they kept us in touch. But like my homeboy Walt, who moved up here, who I talk to every once in a while. But I don't know, man. He was just a good dude. 3 daughters. He took care of them. Loved them vigorously. Loved his old lady. And he just lost his life, man. And it's like I said, I worked in the ER down there in Phelps while I was going to nursing school. And one of the nurses hit me up because I put some shit up on Facebook. And she said, hi, Roger. And of course, she really can't get into the details of it. And I won't say her name, but she can't get into the details of it. HIPAA, all that shit. Frank knows what that's all about. And if you work in healthcare, you know what HIPAA's all about. You can't, even though I know him, and she knows him, and she knows that I know him legally, we cannot let each other know that we know him because I'm not his family. So Frank knows what that's all about. Hi, Roger. I'm so sorry for the loss of your friend. Of course, can't discuss why I know of him. But he has been on my mind for days. Heartbreaking. I hope you're doing well. I still miss. I worked there. I miss you in Raleigh. I said I understand. I also know that he had his demons. Thank you so much. Miss you. And she went on to say, so many people have their demons. Too many. Please know that we tried very hard. These are the people that really get to me. This should have never happened. I keep hoping one day, that's not important, hoping one day that I come back and work in Raleigh. That's probably not going to happen because whatever. And then I responded, thank you. You're going to make me cry like I'm trying to do right now. I have, and like I said, I worked in Raleigh as an ER technician. I have been in those trauma rooms, and I know that everyone did everything they could. I'm sad and mad. Sad that a man that I respected, when I get to see his 3 beautiful girls become women, mad that he decided that drugs were more important than his little girls. And then she said, "I'm sorry, Roger. Hopefully this will help someone else avoid the same path." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she's a good nurse. She's a hell of a nurse. I won't say her name to keep her safe and I respect. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, my man Dwight Lawson, good dude. And I was in Raleigh, man. Raleigh was very close to St. Louis, and you saw a lot of people who had whether drugs, the law, problem with gangbang, whatever. Just couldn't go back to St. Louis, so they had settled a couple, probably about 100 miles down the road, down in Raleigh, and they was living that life, trying to make it better. And I think my man was trying to make his life better, and just got caught up in that shit, man. He was dealing and he was doing also. So, yes. I mean, a little tear in my eye. I mean, he was a good dude, man. I know he had 3 beautiful girls. And, I know everybody say everybody's a good dude, but, like, this nigga, like, really was, like, he was one of them people, like, you if he didn't fuck with you, he didn't fuck with you. If he respected you, you knew it. If he loved you, you knew it. And he was all about just like, hey, 12 o'clock, from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's basketball time. You know what I'm saying? So if we out there on them corners battling for a little piece of land, if you're trying to fuck my old lady, if you disrespecting me, okay. But from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's basketball time. And he was a hell of a basketball player, man. So, like I said, we got 3 listeners. They ain't going to know. But I say that to say that, if you got somebody out there in your life that you care about, you love, this shit ain't promised, man. It's not. So make sure you love them. Make sure you tell them you love them, and it's all whatever, man. And Dwight Lawson, yeah, hey, my man. Too soon, too early, my man. I'm an atheist. Just one of them times that I wish I believed in a happy hereafter. I wish I could believe in you gonna meet my grandma and y'all be playing basketball together, whatever the fuck, but I don't believe in that, and I never will. But just hope hope your people bury you and your daughters find some peace, man. So that's that.
That's good, though. I mean, shit. I'm adding him to the show notes too, though. So did a R.I.P. Dwight Lawson. So
I mean, I'll send you the link for his. They got a fund me, and it's legit. There's a dude, John Butts. He's it's not one of them like hood fund me's, but John Butts. He's I don't know. I don't know if he's a comptroller, but he's like a heavy dude down as far as like legal shit down there and motherfucking city shit down there in Raleigh. And he would come ball with us too. Like if you want a gym, if you want a park, if you want some shit to do, if you like I need this street as far as like I want to sell my goods. John was that dude you could hit up. John Butts was that dude you could hit up as far as like make sure your shit was legal and you wouldn't get fucking harassed by the police. And he white dude, old dude, he older than me. Hell of a basketball player too. So I'm gonna find the link. If you want to put it in there, that's cool too, man. But it's not about links and money, man. It's just about, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like,
let that shit out, though. We all need it. I mean, I got a smile on my face, though. I got them bees on lock right now, but
I feel you, dog. It's
don't you with the bees, though. But we all need that.
it's just like I'm like debating with motherfuckers about Trump who don't care about America. It's like, what?
That's what we do this podcast, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know. And one of my people who I fuck with, he not here no more. So I don't know. Everybody who listen, you make sure you make sure you tell everybody you love them. For real. So that's it. I'm glad my mama good. That's it. But yeah, my man, he went on some more fucked up shit. So yeah, y'all make sure we take care of everybody. I'm good, pimp.
Just gotta let it ride, man.
Yeah, you do. But it's like all this political shit. We get caught up on this little shit, and it's just like shit don't matter. Trump rich, Bernie rich, Hillary rich, and it's like it shit don't matter, man. We all just out here we just peons, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. I'm gonna sip my vodka.
You ain't gotta minimize it, man. We all need that. That's what me and you got into this podcast, man. We said we use it for therapy. Whatever the therapy is, this is our outlet. We have our spouses or our they're supposed to be our support too, but at the same time, this is another outlet. So
Right. It's just crazy, man. Like it's like because we had a little Facebook group. Who what was happening is like you get to the run, and they be like 6 people there. You like, God damn, nigga really came up. Nigga drove 5 minutes come up here on his day off. Ain't nobody up here to run. Like, fuck this. And so they got a little Facebook groups that way you be like, man, people check in, be like, I'll be up there for sure. I'll be up there for sure. I'll be up there for sure. So that way, you have like these 10 niggas coming to play basketball. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then it's like, this past Monday, so this Monday, it was like, yeah, I think it was checking in, and I kept in, I kept up with it. I ain't never let myself out of it, man. Because I was down there, man. It's like you in Raleigh, Missouri, bruh, and people don't want to. We talked about it before, but it's like we had a little joke doing the basketball run. All the niggas in Raleigh would be there at the gym, pretty much. Not a lot of black people in Raleigh, Missouri, so. So that was like my little, I check in, see, hey, how was the run, blah, blah, blah. Even though I wasn't down there playing, I'm up here in Kansas City, Missouri, fucking 4 hours away. And then it's like, that Monday, you see that check in, and then it's just like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, man, you hear this, you hear that, you hear this. And then my man, this dude named Dennis, who I really fuck with, cool dude, old school game banger. Another one who did some really dumb shit in his past life, who had to come to Raleigh to escape. There's a lot of niggas who like gang bang, blah, 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 hood drugs, all that shit, who came to Raleigh, Missouri to slower life, change their life. He was going off like, man, niggas out here making jokes, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. And like, I ain't think nothing of it. And then this white cat named Dowdy, him and Dwight was real cool. He put something on the page, and I was like, damn, man, what the fuck happened? And he's like, man, this nigga, Dwight, like I said, he was selling, but he was also doing. This nigga got a bad cut of heroin, dog. OD. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, OD'd on some motherfucking heroin, dog. And this nigga not here no more. And it's just like, damn, niggas like fuck, man. Like, here I am lifting these weights, pounding this treadmill, doing this shit, doing that shit, dog. And I'm gonna still do it, but it's like it don't. When it's your time, it's your time, nigga. Lift all the weights you want, cut all the carbs you want. Don't drink, nigga. My grandma didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do shit, nigga. Both her sons, who've been shot 2 or 3 times, one son drug addict. They both outlived her. Not very long. You know what I'm saying? But they both outlived her, and just hit you, dog. Like, yeah, to a certain point, you gotta take care of yourself. Keep your cholesterol, sodium low, all that shit. You gotta take care of yourself, but don't get crazy with it. Don't become insane with it. Cause when it's your motherfucking time to go, you gonna go. When it's your time to go, so nigga, hug your wife, hug your kid every fucking day. Tell your mama you love her. Tell your people you love them. Lift all the motherfucking weight you want, dog. And when it's your time, nigga, it's your time. I don't care if you believe in the God below, God above, devil below, nigga. When it's your time to go, it's your time to fucking go. Ain't no weight loss, no lack of motherfucking alcohol. Nothing that's gonna avoid that, nigga. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And that's it, dog. It's like from drug addict to my grandma being clean, dying of cancer, to my pops dying of cancer, to my mama right now who had a stroke, to just various motherfuckers who I've seen get clapped up and die, nigga. Ain't no order to it. So just nigga, live your life. Love the people who are around you. More importantly, let them know you love them and live your fucking life. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a bitch. Don't go about your life pushing your motherfucking fucked up agendas on people, and just live, nigga. That's it. So at the end of the day, when people ask why I'm an atheist, that's it. The overall reason why I'm an atheist is I watch a pregnant woman who was going to an SRP to get separated from the military, get shot in the stomach by a fellow soldier, and she just bled out. Wasn't no God, wasn't no spirits floating around, wasn't none of this. She just bled out. Wasn't nothing nobody can do. And when I saw that shit, I was like, if there is a God, fuck him. It wasn't my grandma. It wasn't my daddy who passed away from cancer. It was that shit right there where I said, if there is a God, fuck him. And when that time comes for me to meet him, I'm going to say, fuck him. That's it. My bad. I didn't mean to piss on the podcast.
You ain't pissed off. I mean, this is raw. This is raw. I mean, as it's gonna get. I mean, I'm not gonna interrupt that.
Yeah.
We don't have a sponsor. We're not gonna be like, hey, for now, an emotional moment brought to you by Tampax.
Brought to you by My Dog. My Dog, the official sponsor.
Shit, you know,
My Dog, the official sponsor of the Negro Rocker Podcast.
Yeah, and also co-sponsored by Estrogen. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that shit, man. I mean, look, man. Like I said it before, you mentioned it before, man. I mean, yeah, we got maybe a couple of listeners. We got a couple of people that mess with us, you know. But the reality is, we got into it because of us. That we want to push it on record, and for our families and our kids to know what we was about. And for us to recall when shit was happening now, right now with the time that we live in now is we living in Trump now, and that's gonna, you know what I mean, that's gonna affect our life and those that surround us. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not an emotional person, but I do have my moments. I never seen you cry, but that's the first time I seen you cry and got emotional like that. You know what I mean?
I'm not emotional, but it's just like
it's an accumulation of things. Then you gotta let it out, though.
Like, I mean, the shit. Sometimes shit just hit you, bro, and you just like, oh,
And I mean,
oh,
and I do want to talk about one day. I want to talk about one thing you say about like when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's one of those things that I've been kind of like I've always thought I've always not here recently, but like I've always thought about it and shit.
yeah.
And it just kind of leads to a fear, but that's for another show, another time. But I mean, I think I want to leave the episode like this, down. Leave it in this somber place. The reality is we're gonna have bad things happen. We're gonna have um, it's gonna be some dark times. Let's not shut down though, man.
No, you
Let's
can't
not
shut down.
let's not shut down, and we'll keep each other. We bounce off each other down. I got you, you got me. Our spouses, they got us. Our families got us,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I I'm here though,
I know you hear, dog.
and I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say, I was gonna mention it. So like the other day, I was watching this movie called A Monster Calls,
Yeah. Hey,
and
no, hold on one second. I gotta piss. Goddamn. It
man,
hit me all of a sudden. My bad.
hey, stop recording it. So, do 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 blank blank blah blank blank. So what does do say? Oh man, was where'd it go?
My bad.
You all right?
Yeah. Woo. We had 2 hours even with that.
But anyway, so like I was saying, and we're back. So I was watching the movie Monster Calls, and I didn't know what the movie was all about. I just played it in the background, but I found myself tuning into it. And if you go to cyro.se,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the website, and you could watch a lot of movies, free movies. I didn't say that, but anyways, on there, good copy, and it talks about it deals with losses, like losing, and basically like the reality of facing what your biggest fear is. And in this case, it was the kid, not about losing his mom to cancer, leukemia, whatever the fuck it was. It was his biggest fear was the fact that he wanted it to be over already. He wanted it to end already. And I mean, spoiler alert. But how he gets to from point A to that point and faces that shit hit me, dog. And I ain't gonna lie, dog. I called my mom, and because the whole movie was about a loss, and there was gonna be a loss eventually, but it just hit me, dog. And it's one of those things that I was thinking about, even when you were talking about, when you say, tell your loved ones you love them, dog. Hold on to them tight, hold on to your kid tight. You know what I'm saying? And when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, dog. No pill, prayer, God or gods is gonna stop it, though.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And you know, we'll leave it at that, though. A monster cause, though. I mean, a really, I think, a really underrated, under the radar movie that didn't get a lot of love, which I think, and ironically, it's from the same people that brought us Black Mirror, though.
Nah, it's not ironic, nigga.
No, I mean, it's like when I fucking realized who the cast members were, I was like, oh, you fucking assholes, dog. Like, I was like, this is why this shit is good. You know what I'm saying? Because it has that Black Mirror effect too, dog. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know that those people were in the room at the same time coming up with this shit, dog. But anyway, dog. So again, this is Sunday, February 5th.
Yeah,
you know, had a good week. We end this podcast and look forward to the next week, man. Hopefully, we'll recap it. You know, I don't know when we'll get on again, but we'll get on again, and you know what I'm saying. We'll recap what happened. And all I gotta say is I got a couple articles that I'm gonna put on the show notes, just talking about what Trump has done, stemming from, basically
everything, nigga.
Church and State, and Steve Harvey making some comments, backtracking, and whatever. And I just read while you were gone. I read an article that he's gonna, basically put an end to Dodd-Frank act. And
that's a whole nigga. We had 2 hours. That's a whole nother podcast.
Wall Street's gonna be a fucking bitch again.
Like he said, he said though, some of my friends can't get loans, nigga.
Oh my God, dog.
Yeah. So hey, you know what? So I mean, we should just come back tomorrow and talk about it.
Like after the Super Bowl.
We talking about Super Bowl after that, but we'll figure it out though. But we good though.
I'm busy all in the morning, and in the afternoon. So it could be a late night. I mean, I ain't got to work until I got to work from home on Monday. So
that's fine. And I come to find out, unless I got to be on the stimulators, I really ain't working. Scrubbing in, and poking a motherfucker in the legs has become second nature to me.
All right, man. And again, don't forget to write into our show. The email is done. NegroRock1podcast@gmail.com. You know, give us your feedback, man. We don't need the 5 stars on iTunes, but give us your feedback. What do you want us to talk about? What do you want to hear? What do you don't want to hear? I want to hear what your topper sick encounter of the week was. I'll be curious. We all have them.
All right.
And sometimes we're the topper six, so don't be afraid to call yourself out.
I'm the KC Stork. This is the Nigga Rockin' Podcast. My man up in Topeka is
30, not dirty.
All right. We out, y'all. Thanks for listening.
What I just said.
Enjoy this music.
What I just said.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Sit down.
Just